Doctors fat shaming their patients happens more than you think. This is one hell of an article. Studies show it can take a real toll on physical health too. It's funny that they're concerned about physical health when it comes to being fat shamed, but not physical health when it comes to being fat. And according to a new review of research presented this week, the American Psychological Association annual convention, they forgot at the, doctors are one of the biggest offenders when it comes to making people feel ashamed of the number on the scale. The American Psychological Association, yeah. It's very clear that this was founded by the Frankfurt School, now that I see it. Fat shaming in the doctor's office can be mentally and physically harmful. Let's take a look here. Fat shaming on social media has become prevalent, and weight is the most common reason children are bullied in school, with 85% of surveyed adolescents reportedly seeing overweight classmates teased in gym class, McHugh said. Well, kids are assholes. They will find a reason. If there isn't a fat kid in the class, well, even if there is a fat kid in the class, there's somebody who with a lisp, or they talk kind of funny, or somebody who's just plain weird, and they get shit too. Learning how to deal with the world is really important. And I hate to say it, but bullying teaches kids that people are assholes and you have to stand up for yourself. And yeah, it sucks that kids have to face that sort of thing, but they're going to face it later in life. And if they don't face it early on, they're going to end up doing, what was it, the Rolling Stone reported the other day, cuddling sessions. This is what led to that, is coddling children like this. The self-esteem culture created this current predicament we're living in. So, related, 12 plus-size swimsuits that are ready for the beach. So it looks like they are beginning to sip the Kool-Aid over at Fox. They're certainly not perfect. I like Greg Gutfeld and Tucker Carlson, but they're the only reason I ever take a look at that channel. Like, for real, if they were to both start their own network, I do think that they would succeed. But I don't really want to read all of this article. There was something else I remember reading. We know that dieting usually fails, and we know that making people feel bad about their weight is not the way to go. And this is according to... Oh, she talks for a while. Much longer than I thought she did. Joan Chrysler. Joan Chrysler, PhD, a professor of psychology at Connecticut College. Studies show that the most common source of fat shaming is family members, and after family comes doctors. Seems one of them is actually hired to look after your health, and the other ones are just people who are just plain interested in you being healthy. But I'll leave a link to both this article and the study that they cited in the description below. Feel free to help yourself. And, oh my God, I don't really want to read through all of this, but I needed to share this with you guys. The idea that doctors fat shame you. Like, look, just because you're ashamed of being fat because the doctor pointed out your weight doesn't mean he was fat shaming you. It just blows my mind, this idea of valuing one type of health when it suits your narrative and not the other type of your health. Whether you care, you either care or you don't. But with that, I don't really think there's much more for me to say on this subject, but I would like to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you all later.